Welcome back. It's your boy Fresh.
And I'm Mary, and we are a Co-ople of nerds. So tell me, what about the board game Backlog?
So we have 580 board games and expansions in our collection, and our shelves are too full.
Yeah.
We got some stacks of games. So we're playing through our collection to figure out which games earn their spot and which games got to go to trim that number down to a reasonable level. So we got six games here. We're playing them longest in our collection to newest in our collection. We'll start off with Unlock the Formula. So what'd you think about this one?
Okay, so this was one of the better Unlock games for us. I feel like we were able to figure it out a lot more easily than we have previously. And I just love Unlock games. Now, this is a one-time shot, so we won't keep it. We know that because we've already beat it. But
we got 3 stars out of 5. That's not bad.
That's not bad. I mean, for us.
And there's we're old. We're both wearing glasses. There was like this
7
so faintly printed on the card. We were tearing through all the clues like, what the heck are we missing? And it's like, oh, there it is, a 7. So then we grabbed card number 7. So it's an escape room card game.
Yeah.
Which you got a stack of cards. And as you search rooms, they have various numbers on them where you find items. And obviously, if you're missing a clue, escape rooms get really hard.
Yes.
There's all kinds of puzzles and little things. And it uses an app. To Mary's point, I suppose you could play it again in 5 years, you'd probably forget the solution.
Yeah, in 5 years, but I'm gonna.
But yeah, we're trying to make space. We buy these exclusively at Goodwill for somewhere between $2 and $3. So we'll just give it back to Goodwill and let some other family try it out, try their luck, see if they can beat three stars. I'm gonna. Extra.
We'll do better each time.
Yeah, I'm going to trace that 7 with a marker to help them out. Up next, we got Automated Alice.
So you just love, this is an Alice in Wonderland
Yes.
theme? You just love that theme.
I do love the Alice in Wonderland theme. So this one is based off the recent 3rd book by Jeff Noon. So originally there were 2 books, and then years and years later, a 3rd one was written.
Okay.
I have not read that one. I haven't read the first 2. I've just watched various movies and shows about Alice in Wonderland. I need to get to reading the books. I think I would enjoy that, but reading is for nerds, so.
And it also takes time.
And it takes time. Who's got that? So in this game, I think you have 8 friends who are wanted for a murder, and you are trying to clear their names.
Yeah.
And what you're doing is you are rolling dice up to 3 times to satisfy all the requirements. I believe they each have 4 clues on a 4-player game. We played it 4 players. And so, like, one of the slots will be you need to roll a 6, a blue 6. And then the next one will be it needs to be a red greater than 3.
Yeah.
So some of them are hard to get, like a single number, and some of them are easy to get, as in a big range. But then there are also wild dice that can be any color, and then there are also villain dice, which just clog up your board, and you got to get those removed. So in terms of Alice in Wonderland. This didn't feel like
No,
Alice
it
in
wasn't.
Wonderland.
It did not feel thematic. It's a
Yeah.
dice checker.
Yeah.
At cooperative, we did not win.
It is cooperative. Mary
close.
did not win. We all did our parts. She needed to roll 1-6, had 3 chances at it, and could not do it. So, yeah. It's hard. My back hurt
Next
from
time I'm
carrying
blaming
the team. So it has no theme. The Alice is just spray painted
Yeah.
on. What did you think of the game?
Again, it's a dice checker. And
You can manipulate the dice with a couple
there's
rolls.
not
and
a
couple.
ton of... There's some strategy you can do to it, but not a ton.
Yeah.
And there's not a whole lot to it. I need more.
You need more. Yeah, no, I agree. I'm fine getting rid of this one. I think if the theme came through stronger,
Yeah.
my love of the IP could help carry it. Like I said, I haven't heard anything about this book or anything like that. It was fine, but we want our collection to be a little bit better than fine.
Yes.
Up next, God of War, the card game. So this is made by Simon and officially licensed by Sony PlayStation. Ding. So this is another cooperative game. It is I don't want to call it a campaign game. You have to do 2 missions and then a boss fight. And I thought the coolest thing about this is basically there's a grid of cards that you set up for the villains, and when they attack or get hit, you flip the card over, and then the entire image changes.
Yeah, so it looks like he's standing up, and then like he goes to attack, and now he's over.
Yeah. So like there's 2. I think it was a fire giant and an ice giant we were fighting. That was really cool. We played this 4-player. I think this game really wants to be a 2-player game, but they kind of crammed in. So, like, if you've played the video game, you'll remember these characters more than I do, because I've actually not played this particular God of War video game. But there's a decapitated head,
Oh yeah.
which was my character. He can't move.
He has to be carried.
He has to be carried, and his turns he doesn't have a turn. He can't attack. He can't block with his face, I guess. Maybe his horns. He's got some horns. The other character, the 3rd player was it Athena or something? My memories. We played this a little bit ago. But anyways, mainly you want to play as Kratos and his son, the boy. The other characters were kind of thrown in. What did you think? God of War.
This is not my style of game. It is not my style of game.
Why not? What didn't you like?
It definitely, like, it did feel thematic with the video game. And I've only watched the video game played. I've never actually played the video game. So it did feel very thematic. It's just like the whole trying to kill the big bad guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just... And then, you gotta move... It did feel very much like playing a video game. You have to stand behind somebody. You can only go...
Right, yeah. Fighting a column. Fight the person in front of you.
Yeah.
If you're ranged, you can hit the second row. No, I don't agree with you, but I kind of agree with you. And what I mean by that is it was 2 missions and a boss, and there's a total of 10 missions. So you play this game, you could play it 3 full times without having to repeat yourself. And after that, you're just going to start repeating everything. Which I understand it's a pretty small box. They didn't want to cram too much in it. But we haven't played a ton of boss battlers, and this is kind of what that is.
Oh, yeah.
The theme came through, but I think if I'm going to keep a God of War style game, I want it to be a little girthier than that. That seemed a little shallow.
Okay.
So I'd be fine getting rid of that one. Up next, we got Unmatched, Cobble, and Fog. So our last video, we went through Unmatched, but basically this is a fighting game.
Yeah.
This one brings in 4 new characters. So you got Dracula, Jekyll and Hyde, Invisible Man, and Sherlock Holmes. If you know anything about me, I love classic horror. So 3 of those guys are all Universal monsters, and Sherlock Holmes kind of just thrown in. But
yeah.
He kind of fits, weirdly. Like, if they would have made it Frankenstein, I'd be like, okay, that makes sense. But Sherlock Holmes is not standing out as like a futuristic character or anything.
Yeah.
He could have been in those times, and it's like, okay.
Said I was one of the last 2 standing.
Yeah. We we were kind of fighting. I was fighting the wife of the group, and you're fighting the husband of the group. Then me and the husband started fighting, and you and the wife kind of stayed apart. And
then it was me against her, and then
Yeah.
she was Dracula, so she kept coming back to life, like gaining more life back.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I'm probably not gonna win.
Dracula's pretty good at that. Like we said in our previous one, we loved Unmatched. Do these 4 characters fit into it? I think so too. You play as Dracula and Sherlock Holmes quite a bit. They got a lot of games, but Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde and the Invisible Man, those are pretty rare for gaming. So I think we will keep that one. Up next, we got Ghost Stories Black Secret. So this is an expansion to a game we reviewed quite a while ago, Ghost Stories. So Ghost Stories is a cooperative sort of tower defense game where you just got waves and waves and waves of ghosts coming at you. You got to defend the town. And so what this one does is it adds a 5th player to play as the villains. Now, when we played this, I played as the villain. You and the Meeple Society played as the regular ninjas.
Correct.
What did you think?
So, just telling us the rules of the game, we pretty much felt like from the beginning that we were going to get our butts whooped. Now, you did mention that the Dice Tower said that they felt that this helped the players less and made it less easy for the bad guy, I guess. It's supposed to be easier for the players and not as good for the bad guy in this expansion. I do not agree. I felt it made it more difficult, and we felt like just listening to the rules at the beginning, there's no way we were going to win. And we didn't. By a lot.
I think that's probably because I was the villain.
No.
If someone else was the villain who's not a
Just
gamer,
reading the rules. There's no way. The villain goes like twice between each person. And it's like, how do you keep up with that?
Yeah, so playing it as the villain, I really don't think I had a ton of decision points. I'm sort of on autopilot. Ghost Stories, the game by itself, with no expansions, maybe win 1 out of 10 to 20 times. It's very hard because it's just wave after wave after wave after wave. And so I really, in this game you can choose not to play a ghost and do something else. And it's like, well, constantly bombarding them with ghosts, I feel like is the best way for me to win. So, I mean, I did have to make some decisions at various points in time, but for the most part, I just kind of played the game as you would play it, as the game would play itself in the original. It did add some new powers for the heroes, and when you lose your life, it would go to a blood mantra, and you can get a one-time effect off that.
Which I think helped us live just a tiny bit longer.
Yeah, you do have to take damage in order to get those. The other part is if you are at 1 life, you get double powers. So again, you still have to take damage to get to that point. I told you guys not to let me get the shadow of Wu Fang out. You did not listen. I got him out.
There was no way we could avoid it.
And you guys were in trouble once he's on the board. So the shadow of Wu Fang is an indestructible demon that gets to go every single turn.
Yeah.
He gets to go every single turn in between the player's turns. Indestructible. I told you, I was like, if he comes on the board, I don't think it's possible to win.
I mean, we're kind of limited in that.
You had to stop the other demons from finding his ashes.
Yeah.
So I didn't feel like Black Secret added enough to Ghost Stories. We liked Ghost Stories. Ghost Stories was a lot of fun. I don't feel like this expansion added anything. I played as the villains. I didn't have to make any choices. I didn't feel victorious when I won. It was like, well,
You just walloped us.
I just played a ghost, and there was too many ghosts for you. Alright, the last game, Testament. So, I mentioned God of War as being one of our first boss battlers. I think this one was actually our first boss battler. We played it a little bit ago. So our memory's a little bit fuzzy on it. But, so Testament is a boss battler card game in which you're working cooperatively. You have characters assigned, and there are decks of cards that have the characters printed on them. But you don't just take that character's deck. You sort of mix and match them, which means any character can be the tank, and any character can be the wizard. It wasn't locked into a specific person, which I felt really hurt the game, because now sort of there are no unique characters or unique abilities. We all kind of had the same stuff, and it was just kind of swapped around.
Well, you would think that would have helped us, though, but we lost.
We did lose. The leveling system in this it's horrible. So you, again, pick from the starting cards, you pick your deck. There's a point system you add up, and that determines your level. As you progress in the game, you upgrade a card, and then that will change your point total, so your level may go up or down. So if you think about it in terms of a role-playing video game, if you're at level 1, you kill the boss, you're probably going to go to level 2. In this game, maybe you start at level 3, you upgrade a card, now you go to level 2, you now have worse health points. And that just felt so completely backwards leveling system. It just drove me nuts as a fan of video game role-playing games. The idea that you could shrink in levels as you progress through the story
just get weaker, I guess.
Yeah, now your cards are stronger, so there's something to it. But I love the artwork on it, but not having a unique character, not having a unique power, or we really need Doug to come in and be the tank and block the shot and all that, and it just has none. It just felt so watered down none of the characters stood out.
Yeah.
And I guess I didn't give you an opportunity to say how you felt about it.
I mean, it was the same. And I just felt like it felt, at first when we first started playing it, I was like, oh, this is going to be really, really tough. But then we kind of got into a groove and we're like, okay, we were killing them. And then it was like, oh yeah, we're really making progress. And we're like, oh no, you weren't. No, you're not. You're not making progress. You have to do this like a bunch more times. And I'm like, oh.
You got to kill
wow.
the main boss 3 times.
Yeah. Oh, never mind.
Right.
We're not actually doing as good as we thought we were.
But again, I don't, like we just said at Ghost Stories, we don't mind tough games. Mm-hmm. And I think if, given what we know now, maybe we don't build our decks quite the same. Maybe we swap a couple cards here and there. I think we could have done a little bit better. But I keep repeating myself. But I don't know. I want a character that's unique and different and special and not just a sort of mishmash of everybody else. So I think that's us getting rid of 5 out of 6.
Yeah.
Look at us.
Not too bad.
We can hit up Kickstarter. No. Well, let us know down in the comments below. Did we get any of these wrong? Do you love these? And we just don't know what we're talking about? That's cool. Let us know. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Hey, Pumpkin.
Yeah.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Well, if we get that snow, it really will.
But what week do we actually publish the video? We might have 6 inches for all we know.